Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Are you unfamiliar with the Bureau of Immigration? Do you have a visa renewal coming up soon? We just did ours and we want to show you what we went through in the hopes that it will help you to feel more comfortable when you go to do yours. Because I really haven't seen any videos like this on the net. They could be there, but I haven't seen lots of visa videos about particulars, what you need to do, but I haven't seen one like this. So, and it can seem very scary.
Yeah, so we want this experience that we have, that you will be able to have yours in a smoother
I wish some folks had told me this kind of stuff.
Nobody told you, baby.
No, I got there, it was like a strange country, like being on Mars or something. So the first thing you need to do is prepare to go. And to preparing to go, you need to do two things. You decide where you're going, and you decide what kind of visa you have to get.
Yeah, in Cebu, there are two offices of the Bureau of Immigration. It is located, one is located in Gaisano Mall in
Where we went.
Yeah, in Cebu City, and the other is also in Gaisano Mall, which is in Mactan City. But since we are nearer to Cebu City, so we went to that office.
Yeah, it's a brand new mall, very nice, very clean. So it's a nice place to go. And then you need to know what you're going there for. Why are we going to the Bureau of Immigration?
Because you will have your visa renewal.
My valid buy-in was expiring September 5th. I needed to renew it. I can't renew that, so I had to get something else. We got a tourist visa.
Yes.
A 9A tourist visa. Most visas in the place, I think, are going to be a 9A if you're going from a foreigner. I'm sure they have tons of other visas. The other one that you might find there or get there is 13A, which is a permanent resident visa. And there's also student visas that can be processed there. So I think any visa that you need to get, except SRRV, which is not given to people by the Bureau of Immigration. It's some other organization.
Yeah, some other office, government office.
Yeah, I forgot which one that was. So the second thing is, once you figured out where you're going to go and what kind you need, just make the trip. All Bureau of Immigrations have the similar setup. What kind of setup is that?
Well, the same process, I believe, the same requirements. So when you go there, you only need your U.S. passport, whatever passport you have.
And the structure of the BIs are similar. There's always a desk, always a stand at the front of the BI before you go in there or as you go in, that the gentleman there or the woman there will give you what forms you need when you tell them what visa you're looking for.
It's called the information.
The information. Is that what they call that desk? Yeah. So in our case, there's two openings to the Bureau of Immigration. It's like a long hallway. On one side are the windows of service, and on the other side against the wall is chairs. So when you go in the first door, there's the desk. And when we went in there and told him what we wanted, we need a new visa because my valid buy is running out. He handed us the form.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we...
How many were you given?
I was given one. However, we had filled one out a week ago before that because we thought we were going to do the visa. We couldn't. We had to wait. So when I went back to ask him if this form was okay, he just gave me another blank form, which was good because Jess messed up. So, didn't you? So we threw the first one away and she filled out the second one. There are tables set up outside the Bureau of Immigration along the wall. You can sit down and fill out your forms. They'll probably give you a pen if you need one.
Oh, I don't see any pen there.
Yeah.
No.
Well, so bring your pen. Just make sure you got a pen.
Bring your pen.
And then as you fill it out, if you're not sure of anything, just leave those sections blank rather than guess. And whatever you need to fill in, they'll tell you to fill in when you go there to the next window.
Or you can go back to the information guy, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how do you fill this out?
Or is this okay?
Yeah.
They're really helpful.
Very helpful.
I mean, they're going to get a lot of money from us, so they don't mind helping. And they speak really good English, most of them. So it's not a problem to get understanding from those folks. Let's see. Then after that, when you get your form filled out, they'll tell you to go to the assessment window. This is the first window you go to. And when you get to the assessment window, the young lady or young man behind there will take your paperwork and start clicking buttons. The more buttons they click, the more expenses you're going to have. I thought that guy was never going to stop. That woman was never going to stop clicking buttons. And then she does another thing and prints out some kind of receipt or some kind of paperwork. And then she types on a calculator. And she gets numbers on a calculator. She takes the calculator and puts it on a windowsill and slides it towards you like it's some big secret, or maybe you're going to do some kind of job for them. They can't talk about the money. And then you see your total. Our total was how much?
$78.25.
Oh,
Pesos.
dear. So then she points us to the next window and says, you need to go to the cashier or the pay counter. And I told her I had to recover from my heart attack before we can go anywhere. And so then,
And we told her that we don't have money.
yeah, we don't have any money. She was not sympathetic. So anyway, we did go to the cashier window and handed her the paperwork and told the cashier that, hey, we got to go rob the bank. Can we borrow her mask?
Oh, no. We're
It was easier to have a mask on during COVID. And anyway, we went to get the money and returned to the cashier. The cashier did the same thing with the calculator. She put the total on the calculator and slid it to us. And there it was. It didn't change. It's $78.25. So we give her the 8 we had. She gives us change and keeps our paperwork.
Okay, so recap. So first the information, second is the assessment, and the third is the cashier.
Now, when the cashier gets the money and gives you your change, she keeps the paperwork. We're sitting down there, and she said, wait, they'll call your name. And while we're sitting down there, Jess said, we don't even know what we paid for. We don't know what we got in our receipt. And I said, yeah, you're right, we don't. We could
But
have.
you don't have to worry because everything will be in the receipt. It's just that we did not look at the receipt.
No.
We just put it in the window.
Yeah, you can look at it before you go see the cashier, but when you start asking people about what this charges and what that charges, you might start some kind of conflict. So it's probably better that I was still in shock from the total. I wasn't even thinking about looking at the receipt. But so we sat and waited. And we waited for them to call our name, and it wasn't very long. How long did we really stay in there?
Oh, I think 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was very fast.
Very fast.
After we got
it's
the
really
form filled out.
express.
Yeah.
Very
We'll
fast.
talk about that in a minute.
That's one good thing about that service there.
At
Very
least
fast.
there wasn't very many people there either.
Oh, yeah.
Because the whole thing is new. So anyway, so we waited. They called my name, and when they call your name, this is the fourth thing. After they call your name, you go up to the window. It's called, what's that?
Releasing. You are released.
I cannot remember that name of that window. Anyway, yeah, I don't have my brain.
Remember it.
So we go to the releasing window, and she looks at you. Yeah, it looks like the guy in the picture. And then you sign a logbook saying you got your paperwork, and you're good to go. That's all you need to do.
And she will hand you your paper, your passport, and your paper.
So what did we get? Oh, you know what? What did we get for our 725, sweetheart?
All right. I think they have a.
Go
They
ahead.
have a. They break it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold that
They
for a
break
minute.
it down.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
So here's our receipt. I'm going to read it to you. I'll show you the receipt too, so you can see what it looks like.
So as a recap, it will be from information, then you go to assessment window, and then you go to the cashier window, and then from the cashier you sit down and wait. We waited only for 15 minutes, and somebody from the releasing window will call your
Releasing
name.
window.
Releasing, yeah. And then you're gonna sign in the logbook.
So it's a computer printout, about a 5 by 8. It's got holes in the side. It looks like a really old-timey computer thing. And it's got all the fees on there. I'll read these to you, okay? This is my fees. Your fees will be different, all right? Oh, my ACR card need to be reissued. So that's a $250 fee, $250. A head tax, I don't know what that's for. It's $250. Monthly extension fee, I think that's the Visa fee, $1,000. Annual report, you do that annually, 300 pesos. Immigration clearance certificate, 700 pesos, which is what this thing is.
Oh yeah, this one, this
yeah.
thing. They give you a certification that you are of good moral character.
How about that? We fooled them. The monthly extension application fee is 300. The certificate fee is 500. The ACR iCard fee is $50 US.
Okay, so that
Everybody.
makes it.
Whatever
That's the
exchange
reason
rate
why,
is.
yeah.
In this case, pesos for that was $29.45. If we didn't, you got to pay that once a year, and I hadn't been keeping up with it, which is why they charged me an extra fee for that. There's a legal research fee of 80 pesos.
80 pesos.
Yeah, the total on that was $63.25.
Okay.
But we told them our total was $78.25.
Yeah, so what's the rest?
Everything you do has an express fee attached to it.
Express.
So I had 3 things done. I had my ACR card, that was 500. I had my certification of moral good character, whatever that is. Good moral
500.
character. Yeah, and our visa, which was 500. So 1,500 pesos.
For all express
So we could go
service. You only sit there 15 minutes, so that's worth the
now,
express.
we always, you cannot get out of the express fees. I don't even know what happens if you try. So they're going to charge you 500 pesos for whatever service you get. And then we've been Bureau of Immigration, and it's taken us all day. We've been there, it's taken a couple hours. One guy I met said Subic Bay immigration was 6 hours or 10 minutes. So it just depends on the day, the people working. But the express fee is really what I get for getting your visa. The other thing I want to show you on here is, she took it away from me, right here, above this barcode, you can't hardly see it, I know, is your visa stamp. Your visa stamp is not in your passport.
There's no stamp. That's the stamp.
This is the stamp. Don't lose this piece of paper. My visa stamp was not in my new passport, and we had to send it to Manila for $6,000. There's a video on there. It says we hit a snag. You can watch that if you like. You took my notes away. You want my notes?
Okay,
Yeah, guys, we're real professionals at this. You can tell from the way we do things. So that's it, guys. Your experience will be different, but I believe that the windows for processing visas are the same at just about every Bureau of Immigration. One thing you have to remember, they do want tourists here. They do want the income from the visa fees, because it's going to be $3,000 to $5,000 depending on what you're having done. Mine was excessive because I needed to renew my ACR card, Alien Certificate of Registration, so they know I'm a legitimate alien. Which is kind of interesting, always called strange.
Okay,
anyway,
so yeah. So this paper is your visa. So you have to keep it. You are not to lose it. It stays in your passport. So,
Jess keeps it.
Yeah. So every 2 months we do this. So you will have a collection of all this kind of paper. So by the time you want to exit the Philippines, you will surrender all of this and they will take it.
Yeah, we met a couple that's been here 16 years.
Yeah.
2 months at a time.
2 months. Later.
That's a lot of
Well,
visas.
they were traveling all over.
This was their base of operation, but they would travel around. And both of them were foreigners, so they didn't have the option for a Balikbayan visa. So guys, this is a real quick look at what we went through. It's okay to ask questions, but be careful. We're going to put at the end of this, ask questions to immigration. You can ask us anything you want. We'll try to answer best we can, or if we don't know, we'll just tell you. We don't know, but I'll put some video at the end about our trip there, some of the charts they had. You can look at the charts, you can blow them up and see. I have a chart with a picture of the fees, but even looking at the fees, I don't really understand which applies to us or anybody for that matter, but it's there. Don't be intimidated. Just follow directions, and if you need paperwork you don't have, tell them you'll be back.
I think the reason why it's very quick at that day is because there's very few people there. Very few.
I took a picture of the outside. There was like 2 people sitting in the chairs around the tables.
Yes.
So it's rare to see that, but it is a new location for them, so maybe that's why.
A new fees. I think that the visa renewal fees has
gone up.
Yeah.
Well, we can't give you a total exact amount of what it's going to cost you to get your tourist visa, or even your 13A visa. But we're applying for the 13A in about 6 months. We may be able to do another one of these kind of videos. And we hope this is a help. We hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please
like, comment, and subscribe.
Thanks, guys. And by the way, thank you so much for our recent video. You guys really enjoyed that. We appreciate it. We made a whole $10 on that one. It's a wonderful thing. We're now at $25 in our monetization.
Yes.
It's because of you guys.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
We are grateful.
Yeah,
Bye.
We'll see you next time. That stuff on the table means we're getting ready to take a trip. We're going to the city because my passports have returned from Manila and they're a sightseeing trip. So now we can pick them up and apply for our visa at the BI, Bureau of Immigration. So we'll clue you in as we go. Thanks, guys. Guys, in the Gaisano Mall, close to Robinson's. We got here through the my bus and a cab. Jess is going to go over to the agency now. Here she comes. So there's my passport. My old and new. Yeah.
Old.
It's upside down. Oh, they taped them together like that?
Yeah.
Well, there's my new stamp. 6,000 peso stamp. All right, so now we're going across to the Bureau of Immigration to get our visa, which is right across the hall. So So we're on our way to get an ATM machine because it's $78.25 for whatever they're giving us, which we don't know.
We don't know.
Maybe 3 days. We'll find out when we pay the bill. All right, guys, we got to go down these escalators here. So here is the BI, Bureau of Immigration. We're finished everything we needed to do. And this is how busy it is not. It is not busy. Oh, sir? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Can't do that, guys. But it's not busy.